So in this lesson, I want to show you the different ways that you can uninstall Beaver Builder. Now there's actually more than one way to uninstall Beaver Builder, and each way affects what is left behind. So you can go from just deactivating and uninstalling Beaver Builder in case you might think that you might come back to using Beaver Builder for this website later in the future and you don't want to lose your templates and all that sort of stuff. Or you can go to the extent where you completely remove Beaver Builder from your website. So cleaning up your database to the point where there's no traces left of Beaver Builder being installed on your website previously. I'll run you through the different ways that you can uninstall Beaver Builder and how it affects specifically your database and what's left behind. And the best way to get started is literally on the Beaver Builder codex. You can go to this URL up the top here, and they actually run through what's left behind based on each method that you use to uninstall Beaver Builder. So the first method is to uninstall the Beaver Builder plugin. Now this is just a general way, and it's pretty much by going to your WordPress dashboard and going to plugins, install plugins, and then over here you just click on deactivate, and then you click delete, and that would delete the plugin. So that's what this method is explaining. Now let's just go through the finer details. So deactivate or deleting the Beaver Builder plugin like we just did from the plugins page. When you do that, a stripped down version of your layout is copied to the native editor. And by doing that, your content doesn't look the same because obviously you're not using the Beaver Builder columns and stuff, and you might lose some modules. Your settings in the cache are preserved. So any caches that are generated from the Beaver Builder plugin stay in your WordPress WP content folder. Again, if you're not sure about caching, I've done a whole video on Beaver Builder caching, so I definitely highly suggest you revisit that video. And if you reactivate the Beaver Builder plugin, so you install it again, so you've deleted the Beaver Builder plugin through here, but then you come in and install it later on. When you do that, your content, so all the templates that you'd saved, content's actually restored. So for example, if we go to our homepage, and this is our homepage layout currently, but then we go ahead and deactivate Beaver Builder and refresh our homepage as if we had deleted it, you can see that our content is all in there. We haven't lost any content, but the layouts have changed. So there's no columns, there's no rows, and if we edit the page, we can see that all our content is copied into the content area, so the standard WordPress content editor. So that's what this section is describing. When you uninstall it, your content is copied into the native WordPress editor as we just saw. The layouts don't look the same. The settings in our Beaver Builder, so settings page builder, are preserved. And when we reactivate it, the layouts are installed. So let's look at these two options. So if we go ahead, so if this was deleted, it would work the same as it is now. So if we deleted that, and then we installed it and then activated it again, if we go back to our home page, the layout is restored to how it was before we deleted the plugin. And under our settings, we would have all these settings exactly as they were before we uninstalled Beaver Builder. I would recommend always using this option, mainly because you never know what is going to happen. You might want to come back to that layout and use it in the future. It's just the safest way. So I highly recommend the first version if you're not sure what you're going to be doing with the website in the future. Now the second method is this one described here. And this relates to if we go to our dashboard and then go to Page Builder, there's a tab called Uninstall, and if we click on that, we have a button, and you can read the description here. But basically what it is going to do is exactly what it outlines here. So the settings page builder, that's where we are now. If we click the button there, it does exactly what the first option does. So it will copy our page builder content into the WordPress editor. The layout will not look the same as we saw before because there's no columns and rows, and we might lose some modules. The settings, but this is a difference. The settings page builder are deleted and the cache is cleared. So again, the caching video, we know that Beaver Builder generates caching files for all our pages, so JavaScript and CSS files, but also the settings, page builder settings, so everything under here, settings, page builder, all the options that we select here are deleted. So if we reactivate Beaver Builder later on, we would have to go through and enter our license key, select the modules we want, select the post types. We would have to reselect all of these. So that is the difference between option 1 and option 2. And the last option is this one here. And this is if you completely want to delete Beaver Builder from your website. Now this last option, the third option, the best way to show you guys what this does, where it completely removes Beaver Builder, is to show you how Beaver Builder is saved in the database. So I'm going to jump into phpMyAdmin inside cPanel for this install of our demo website. And as we know, or you may know, that inside our posts table is where all the posts and pages and custom post types are saved in WordPress, and they all have a unique ID. So our homepage has a unique ID of 560, and it has things like the title, the status, so it's published, comments are closed so you can't comment on it. So all these things are saved in the post table. Now each post also has data saved in the post meta table. So let's jump over to that table for our homepage with the ID of 560. So here it is, and these are all the post meta rows related to our 560 page ID, which is our homepage. The _FL builder, these are related to Beaver Builder. And you can see there's a Yoast, SEO. But you can see for each page, for each post in Beaver Builder that is edited using Beaver Builder, it actually stores the layouts for that page in these here. So you can see FL Builder data. This content over here is actually responsible for building the homepage using Beaver Builder. And here are the settings for that page. And here's the draft, and here's the draft settings. So basically what this last option is saying is that you can go through and do the second option, where you go to the uninstall and you do this, which is going to uninstall the Beaver Builder plugin, revert the content to the native WordPress editor, and delete the settings under here, and then also clear the cache. But by doing that, this option here, it still leaves the data here. So that if you were to go back to this website and install Beaver Builder, you would still have the layouts and the layout settings for that page intact. So by reactivating it, you would get that layout that you had before you uninstalled Beaver Builder. Now Beaver Builder has done this because obviously maybe some people would delete Beaver Builder, the plugin, and then install it later on and expect their layouts to be there, and they wouldn't be there, and it would cause a lot of headaches because obviously no one wants to lose content. So Beaver Builder, the team preempting that, have put this failsafe in there, and to really remove the templates for each page, you need to do it manually, and that's exactly what the documentation on their knowledge base is saying. And it's saying you need to delete the post meta values yourself, because if you're going to the trouble of doing this and actually deleting the template for that page, you're really showing that you know what you're doing and you're really certain you actually want to delete Beaver Builder from your website. And they're recommending you install this Post Meta Manager plugin, which is this one here. So you would install that and you would put in the meta key, which is this here. So you'd put _FL builder data into this plugin settings page and you would click delete keys. And that would loop through and delete this key for every post. And you would do it for these 4 values, which are for the Beaver Builder plugin. And so once you've done that, Beaver Builder would be completely removed from your website. So if you really, really want to remove Beaver Builder from your website, you would come into your WordPress dashboard, you'd come into Settings, Page Builder, and Uninstall, and click this. And this would uninstall the Beaver Builder plugin and delete the settings here. And then you would install this plugin here and enter in the keys to delete Beaver Builder, which are these 4 keys here. And when you've completely done that, Beaver Builder is completely removed from your website. And so if you were to activate it later on, you'd be starting from scratch with no settings and no templates in this website. So hopefully that's a good overview of what all these different settings mean, and I'll see you in the next video.